Hello and welcome to my channel. Can I say it's hot outside? I initially was going to do this video, which is the week 26 wrap up for June the 23rd through the 29th in my car while my son was at a birthday party at the pool. But yeah, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot outside. So I did the thing that moms worry about. I dropped my kid off for the first time at a pool party and left him. Oh my goodness. Just so I can come to my air-conditioned house and bring you guys the week 26, June the 23rd through the 29th weekly wrap-up. As I chatted along in the beginning of this video, it is the week 26, June 23rd through the 29th weekly wrap-up, talking about the books that I read last week and what I am currently reading, and also noticing that my recording room is a mess. Insert picture. Oops, wrong side. There we go. This picture right here shows how crazy my room is right now, and I have three bookshelves that I need to build and then move this entire room around. So that's probably what I'll be doing next week. Hopefully I can get a lot of reading done while I am doing that. But yeah, that's my life. This is my life now. I have no job and I get to read and make videos and things like that. Plus it's the beginning of a month, so that means for you guys, monthly wrap-up will be coming up. My recommendations video for romance genre-a-thon and the readathons that I will be participating in July will be coming up on Tuesday, and then the monthly wrap-up will be on Thursday. So make sure, if you want to know that information, those stats and things like that, watch out for those videos this coming week. But yeah, let's get to what I read last week. I read 7 books last week, and to start off the week, I read Thick by Alexa Riley. This is an erotic short story, which most Alexa Riley books are. I give it 4 stars. I give it 5 smoking hot steam fans. Oh my gosh. So this book follows Teeny and Bull. Teeny is this small little pixie woman that moves into an apartment, and she notices that the next door neighbor doesn't like to open his door. Well, come to find out, Bull is this mountain of a man. Hello, how you doing? And has always been a mountain of a man since birth. I think he was born at like 12 pounds. What? Crazy. And always kept setting records and things like that. He's independently wealthy. However, Teeny doesn't know this, and he just happens to be the guy that's super nice to her and orders her food on her first night after she has a couple mishaps, like locking herself out and tripping over some things, knocking some things over. She's just a mess. She's a mess. But she's such a lovable mess that she finally gets him to open up. She opens up to him, and the two of them are sort of that yin and yang thing. And then there's the smoking hot insta love and sexy times that go along with that book. And I loved every single minute of it. It was great. It was great. It was like 2 to 3 hours of amazingness for me. The next thing I read was Something About Us, and this is book number 2 in the Saint and Lucky duology by Riley Hart. This is an interracial LGBTQ plus novel, and I give it 4.25 stars. I give it 4 steam fans. It's quite steamy. Quite steamy, especially I listened to this on audiobook, and this, like I said, this follows Lucky and Saint after they leave the small town in which Lucky was from and moves to LA, where Saint is now currently living, and you get to see their dynamic as a couple and navigating their new wants and needs for their relationship, how maybe the big city life isn't for Lucky, and how Saint misses the small town life that Lucky had. And you get to see the two of them sort of battle it out, still dealing with their emotional baggage that they had coming into the relationship, and it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I did feel like I was fetishizing some of the stuff that was going on because I am not in that community and I'm not part of that community, but it does shed a great light on having acceptability to the LGBTQ community in every aspect. I mean, every aspect is covered in this book. So, superb. The next book that I read was Choke Me by Dukey and Webster. This is a dark erotic short story or mystery, and I give this one 3.5 stars. I give it 4.5 Steam fans because, woo, it's smoking hot when it comes to the sexy times. I read this as an arc, and it does deal with BDSM and the aspects of BDSM. It doesn't get all into the weeds of, going over if there is consent between the two of them. It is implied from the beginning of the book that the two of them sort of know what's going on with the lifestyle and things like that. It does deal with breath play, and if you are not into or want to know about that kink, yeah, it may be a little bit hard to read. There is a mystery that goes along with it, and I think the two of them, I think Kerr and Kay, did a very good job at keeping a good balance of having that eroticness along with the mystery that went with it. At times, I felt like I really kind of wanted one or the other, but they do play together, and I think that's probably where I was sort of thrown out of the story in giving it 3.5 stars, is because there was the balance, but I was wanting more at one time and more of the other at the other. So this one, like I said, follows Ren and Natalie. I did not say their names before, but Ren was accused of murder, and Natalie is the best friend of the person that was supposedly murdered, that Ren did not get found guilty of murdering. It was labeled as an accident, I believe. So this is their sort of intertwining on Natalie stalking Ren, Ren enjoying how Natalie looks, and a lot of that's the other thing, is there is a lot of emphasis on people's appearances. So that kind of threw me out as well. I wasn't able to sort of put faces to the characters based on their attitudes. I was actually given a description of this, and it was sort of that typical blonde hair, blue-eyed sort of feel, even though I don't think the characters had blonde hair. Well, I know one had blonde hair. No, she had brown hair, I think. But I think his type in the beginning was blonde hair, blue eyes. So, yeah, it was kind of a little annoying. But regardless, I did enjoy it. Murder, mystery, corruption, yes, it was all there. So, there we go. The next book that I read was Wedding Cake Crasher by Alexa Riley, and this is another erotic short story. I give this one 4 stars. I give it 5 Steam fans once again, because when I read Alexa Riley books, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the smutty smut. Yes, give me some sexy time, and that's what they give for me. That's what they do for me. Alexa Riley gives me the smut, and I love it. Smexy, smutty, yummy goodness of yes. Yes, yes, yes. So many yeses. Oh my goodness. Whew. And I read this for Summerathon, I think it was. I loosely played along with this readathon this week with Summerathon. And it was for, I believe this challenge was some food on the front or something like that. Whatever. You guys will see in my wrap up for the month of June where it falls. So this book follows Sugar, who her and her friend are wedding crashers, and the reason they go is because they want to find the man of their dreams, but also they just love wedding cake. There's just something about a wedding cake that you can't make in your own kitchen. You can't get it from store-bought cake. It's just that yumminess of a wedding cake. And Sugar loves to get some wedding cake. Well, Hank is the best man and brother to... No. Yes. Best man and brother to the wedding that she ends up crashing, and they sort of run into each other and have some hot, steamy insta love, and I loved it. Loved every minute of it. Was here, totally here for it. Super funny with the antics that go along with it. And then there is a spin-off or additional companion book that goes along with it that I will be getting into here probably next week, but another short story that goes along with it, and just the hint of it is her best friend and Hank's cousin. Yes, cousin, and the two of them sort of tell you how their story got started as well, and that was just that. I'm gonna love that one too, I'm sure. The next book that I read was Meet Cute by Helena Hunting. I placed this in contemporary. I give it 4 stars. I give it 4 Steam fans. I listened to it on audiobook. Don't let this cover fool you. Oh my goodness. I read it for Summerathon with a theme of sunset or sunrise, something summary cover right here, and I think there's food on it as well, but don't let the cover fool you. It's not a rom-com. I would not place it in rom-com, although there are people that are placing it in rom-com because of this cover. I would not. It is definitely a contemporary. The topics within it are kind of heavy. Caitlin is a lawyer who was fawning over Daxton, and when they first met, they were in law school, and then fast forward ahead to about 8 years, I think it was. They're both sort of established in their law firms and everything like that. However, tragedy happens and Daxton ends up with his sister, and as a ward, and Caitlin ends up as the executor or sort of helper when it comes to Daxton's sister's trust. So this is their story of how they're going to navigate this. I did pick out the villain of this story right off the bat. It was not concealed at all whatsoever. But the emotional side of it was more in the forefront than the rom-com-ish sort of feel that the cover supposedly gives. The next book that I read was Finding Her by Tessa Bailey. This is an erotic short story. I give it 4 stars. I give it 4 Steam fans, and I listened to it on the podcast of Read Me Romance. Read Me Romance. And this is Hope and Johnny's story. Johnny is a singer of a rock band who has writer's block, and Hope is like a super fan. She ends up getting tickets to their concert, and Johnny ends up seeing her, and instantly they zing! Yes, I loved it. Their sex scenes were hot, and it was smexy, and it's Tessa Bailey. She likes to fool us with her dirty, dirty thoughts, and I loved every single moment of it. The final book that I finished last week was My Perfect Fix by Carey Heywood, and this is book number 4 in the Fix series that she has. This is a contemporary. I give it 4 stars. I give it 1 Steam fan, and I read it as an ebook. And this book follows Gideon Thompson, who is one of the Thompson family members that we have met throughout the Fix series, and he is known as a ladies' man within their town. And come to find out, Lucy is the granddaughter of one of Gideon's clients, and he is instantly sort of taken with her. This is their story about building a friendship onto building a partnership onto building love, and it was just amazing. I loved that aspect of it. I love the fact that there didn't necessarily need to have any sexy time in it. There was some teasing, that's why it gets 1 fan, but there was like fade to black sexy time, and I was still here for it. The story still touched me, and I felt good about it, and I was just like, yes, I really enjoyed it. Okay, on to what I am currently reading. So I did not receive a copy of Obsessed by Aleatha Roman, so I was not able to read it yet. I have a physical copy of it that I received from the signing that I went to a couple weeks ago. However, me and physical books, you guys know, we don't get along very well, and I really didn't want to crack my signed copy, so it releases in 2 days, and I already pre-ordered the audiobook for that, so I will be listening to it probably this week and getting you a review for that next week. And I am also reading Demon You Love by L.A. Fiore, and I've been wanting to read this, and now I finally was just like, I'm doing it. It's gonna happen. I'm making it happen. This book follows Anton, who has a very cloudy mysterious, dark past that he had to grow up within, and I'm just getting to know him, and I have not met the love interest that I know of as of right now. So, yeah, that's how far I am into that one. So, that is what I read last week. That is what I'm currently reading. Have you read or thought about reading any of those books? Let me know down in the comment section. I will be hopefully getting these bookshelves taken care of, and it may look a little different next week when I do my video. Other than that, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later.